We're looking at Timothy Loves Weddings and his cash flow projection for a 3-month period based on the assessment example, or the figures provided in the assessment example. From this cash flow, we're able to identify his income based on the wedding event charges and the average number of weddings per month. He's hoping at this point to get 4 weddings per month, which I think is a little ambitious. He doesn't appear to have allowed for any seasonal changes to the wedding sort of market. So perhaps he could increase there some other ceremonies. He could add some ceremonies like naming ceremonies or renewal of vows ceremonies, which may or may not have a seasonal, there may not or may not be a seasonal implication there. I'm imagining that they're perhaps done on anniversaries or whatever. So overall, looking at these figures, so long as he can maintain that booking rate or that booking rate that he would like, the cash flow projection shows a healthy profit margin of 46%. If Timothy were to increase his wedding event charges just by $50 per event, a small amount, taking them up from $550 to $600, that would see an increase in the overall net profit margin of 4%. The cash flow also shows that the 50% of Timothy's revenue is actually expended in costs, so 50% of his income is an outgoing. So a key goal for him here, or for his business, is to reduce the cost so as to improve his profit margin. Some of the ways that perhaps he could do that is have a look at his fuel, at parking and tolls. Perhaps he could do some weddings or think about weddings that are closer to his home address, therefore alleviating so much travel and tolls. He could also perhaps look at removing his landline, his phone landline here, and just using his mobile phone, which would allow him flexibility to take bookings, etc., while he's away from his office, his home office. He could also look at reducing the rent costs, the rent apportioned to home office, and that may also have tax advantage there. He could look at using email instead of postage so much, so that he could be contacting his clients via email more often than using the standard Australia Post. So if Timothy were to save $100 in those expenses here, that equates to approximately a 4% increase in his net profit margin. So looking at it overall, if he were to increase his revenue by adding additional events, as mentioned earlier, the naming ceremonies or wedding or vow renewals, and increase those charges just by a modest $50 per event, whilst reducing those costs by that $100 per month, there would be an overall improvement of net profit percentage of approximately 9%, or approximately $900 per month, which is quite significant. Overall, those funds that he's saving, that $900, could be either put back into the business, it could be reducing or paying off the bank loan more quickly than he is at the moment. He could actually do take a portion of that and use it for some marketing events, or simply provide a better return for him.